In this video, I'm going to explain the extreme importance to organizing your wargaming collection. All right, so we've all done this before. You're at a shop that you've never been to before. You're visiting some other city, you go into the local shop and you want to check things out and see what they've got in stock. And you come across a model. Or maybe you're at a swap meet or whatever, but you come across something and you're like, that's really cool, I love that. I think I already have one though, but maybe I don't. Or maybe it's like, I think I have two and I need a third for the formation, but did I already pick up the third? There's all kinds of things. There's times when you're sitting in front of eBay or something like that, and you're like, I don't know if I need that. And there's only 20 seconds left, and you can't just run downstairs in the basement and take a look and see what you've got in your collection. So it's important to organize the things that you've got in your collection. Now you could sit down and you could write it all down on a piece of paper. You might not have that piece of paper with you at all times. You could, I guess, put it in some sort of Excel document or something like that. Again, you might not have that Excel document with you at all times. There is a thing, however, that you do usually have with you at nearly all times, and that's your smartphone. A lot of us, if not most of us, are carrying some sort of smartphone. And they've got apps, and there's things that you could put on there. I use mine to remind me to paint, so I'm not just sitting there after dinner like, well, yeah, I think I should just be watching this Law & Order rerun that I've seen 10 times. Why not? Instead, I can set an alarm to tell me, hey, you know what? You should probably be downstairs doing some modeling or painting. And then it reminds me to do that. I've done a video about finding your motivation, how to stay motivated. You should watch that. About how to do that with something like a smartphone. I keep recipes on here for how did I paint those bases for those 3 cultists. I'm going to have to paint more cultists later on, and I want to make sure the bases match. So I use notes and things like that on my phone. But there's a new app called Boxes, which is great for tracking and keeping track of your collection. Now, I found out about this just a couple of weeks ago, and I contacted them, and they're sponsoring this video. I'm making this video, they're sponsoring it. But it is, I'm telling you, as a wargamer, it is an amazing app, and that's why I'm talking to you about it today. It's a free app. It's currently only for iOS, but the people at the company told me sometime a little bit after the beginning of the year, they'll also have it available on Android. So it's a website, it's an app, it's all on the cloud. You take pictures of the things in your collection, and then you put them up. And there's a definite social aspect to it. You can put things up publicly. Like I like to put up things that I've painted. Like here's things that I've painted and I'd like people to see them. So I put them up publicly. People can follow you. My username is below on the screen. It's Adam Smasher, obviously. So people can follow you and then they can comment, like, all that kind of stuff. Like we're used to with normal, social media kind of stuff. However, for us wargamers, I think the most important aspect of it is the private aspect. You can take pictures, just junk pictures, not things that you want to necessarily share, but things that you want to use for data collection. You can take junk pictures of stuff that you have and store it privately, but it's stored on the cloud. So if your phone falls in the river, I don't know what you're doing over by the river in the first place, but if it does, you won't lose all that imagery. It'll be up on the cloud. So you can track, do I already have an attack bike? Do I have 2 attack bikes? How many attack bikes do I have? I'm standing here at the store and they've got one for sale. Do I need it or not? Not everybody needs to see that, but you can keep it privately in the Boxes app and then they're all in there. Plus, again, you lose your phone, something happens, you get struck by lightning. It's still in the cloud, so you're cool. So the important thing about this also, though, the app, is that you can also sell stuff directly through the app. Boxes has a marketplace. You can put something up there or put a picture, make it public, and just say it's for sale and tell people how much you want to sell it for. And Boxes will take 10%. That's it. It's basically equivalent to buying and selling stuff through eBay. So it's a social thing where you can show off the stuff in your collection and get people's interest in that kind of stuff, back and forth, sharing, all that jazz. Plus, it's also the ability to buy and sell that kind of stuff. You might be looking through for Tyranid stuff and they go, wow, that guy's selling this for this price. I would like one of those. It's out of print or whatever, and buy it directly through the Boxes app. Another thing you can do is, again, like I said, all of the private stuff where you can put stuff in there just for your own use. Do I have these? One of the best things that I've just recently come across, I came up with this idea in the shower. It's all where all my best ideas come from. Taking a picture of your paints. So I've got my paints lined up And I've got a picture of all of them so that when I'm at a store and I'm like, do I have that shade of purple or not? I can pull up my phone and go, yeah, I already do. Or I can say, no, I don't have that particular bronze, and then I'm interested in buying it. So having that ability, having it on the cloud, having the ability to share the public stuff that you want to show off, looking at other people's stuff, and then being able to sell it or buy it, whatever, that all that stuff tied into this one free app, I think is really cool. So if you want to help me out, there's a link below in the description. You can click on that, go download it. Again, like I said, it's currently iOS only, but it'll soon be for Android as well. There's also a code down there which you can put in when you sign up. That'll kind of help me out a little bit too. So see what you think. Organization is key when you are working with a collection. If you've just gotten into a game and you know you've got just these 2, 3, 4, 5 things, okay, great. But when you start to get a collection, and I know you're out there, I know I've got the same problem in my basement, it's really important, really, really important to keep that stuff organized. And you have to use the tools you've got available. So boxes, I think, I mean, I know I'm using it. You can follow me on there, and I think you should probably take a look at it as well.